You may have heard people talking about FIRE. Fire this, fire that. I'm part of the FIRE movement. I'm on the path to FIRE. They're not setting themselves ablaze. FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And no, it doesn't mean you have to be some tech bro eating ramen in a studio apartment. Today, I'm going to tell you all about FIRE and how you can make it work for you. Hi there, my name is Mindy Jensen, and I'm the host of the BiggerPockets Money podcast, where twice a week, we talk to people on their journey to financial independence. Before we get to all that FIRE, we want to thank the sponsor of this episode, Corporate Direct. If you want to protect your rental properties with an LLC, Corporate Direct is the best option for doing it right. They'll handle your paperwork, act as your registered agent, and help you comply with the Corporate Transparency Act. Corporate Direct is a family business founded by Rich Dad advisor Garrett Sutton over 35 years ago. Together with his son Ted, Corporate Direct has helped thousands of real estate investors form their LLCs and protect their assets. Visit corporatedirect.com/biggerpockets to schedule a free 15-minute consultation. Mention BiggerPockets in your consultation and get a $100 discount on your formation. That's corporatedirect.com/biggerpockets. Okay, so let's talk about financial independence. Way back in the 90s, a financial planner named Bill Bengen had been having the same conversation with his clients over and over. They wanted to know how much they could withdraw from their portfolio and still have enough money to last until they died. That seems like a fair question, right? But no one had ever done the math to figure it out. Enter Bengen, a literal rocket scientist who did the math. Based on his calculations against stock market historical performance, he concluded that a portfolio made up of 60% stocks and 40% bonds, you could safely withdraw 4% of your portfolio the first year and, adjusting your subsequent annual withdrawals for inflation, continue along this path. His research showed a 96% success rate. That's pretty good in my opinion. He published his findings in 1994. 3 professors from Trinity University confirmed his work in 1998, and esteemed financial expert Michael Kitces reconfirmed in 2015. So this isn't just one guy's idea. This is a bunch of people saying, not only does this work, I've done the math, and he's right. While the original research was meant to reassure retirees, it had an additional effect. People looked at the numbers and said, I bet I could retire early if I just saved enough. The FIRE movement was born with people inspired by Bengen's research to save 25 times their annual expenses and invest it in the stock market. But there's also another way to get to financial independence, through real estate. Have you heard of it? Imagine generating enough income through your rentals to cover your annual expenses. And while real estate is not passive, and anybody who tells you different is selling something, it's far more passive than an active 9-to-5 job. So what does this really mean? It means that if you're diligent in saving and investing, you can stop working before age 65 if you choose, or you can keep working at your current job if it's your dream job. Or you can find a new job that's more rewarding. You can travel, you can spend time with your kids. You can literally do whatever you want with no regard to the income that it generates because you don't need the money. You already have it. How awesome is that? I've been in the FIRE community for more than 11 years. I've seen all the articles. You know the ones I'm talking about. I'll never be able to retire. I don't have enough money saved for retirement. I'm going to have to work forever. Well, what if you could change that trajectory? Now, if you're 50, there's no time capsule that's going to take you back in time to age 30 and allow you to retire then. But even just getting your finances in order to handle an emergency takes a huge weight off your shoulders. And like I said, I've been doing this for 11 years. I've heard all the excuses. I like my job. I'll be bored in retirement. The math doesn't work. You like your job? Great. You don't have to retire. But what if your job goes away? What if your boss leaves and you get a new one that you absolutely hate? You'll be bored in retirement? Really? Do you not have a mile-long bucket list? Everybody I know has a mile-long bucket list. And if you don't, now's the perfect time to start thinking about all of those things you would do if you only had the money, if you only had the time. Because guess what? If you don't have a job because you're financially independent, now you have the money and the time. It's like magic. The math doesn't work. The 4% rule was written by a literal rocket scientist and confirmed by multiple finance experts. Trust me, the math works. But don't just take my word for it. The BiggerPockets Money podcast has more than 500 episodes where our guests share their experiences on their journey to financial independence. Many of them have incorporated real estate into their financial situation to help get them there faster. And it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Sure, you could lean-fi it and eat rice and beans for dinner and PB&J for lunch every day. Or you can fat-fi it and have so much money saved up and invested that you can spend whatever you want and have as lavish a lifestyle as you'd like. You could even continue to work, called Barista-fi, where you save some money and then work to cover the extras. You don't even have to retire at all. Coast-fi means you save up enough now so that it will grow to a comfortable retirement at traditional retirement age, for all of you out there who love your jobs. So now that you know what FIRE is and how to do it, are you going to try it? I think you should. Do you still have questions? Let us know in the comments. And join me every Tuesday and Friday for inspiring FIRE stories on the BiggerPockets Money podcast. Until next time, this is Mindy Jensen signing off.